It's Money Monday. I'm here with Alfie Townsend with Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie has a show on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. right here on Fox 4 called Saving the Investor. And I know you've been in the financial industry now for over 30 years. Pretty impressive. And you've helped countless people with financial planning. Talk about the different styles, though, of financial planning and when it comes to, our investing, the different styles of that.
Well, this is something you need to get right because a lot of times people come in, Stephanie, and they don't really understand if they're active or passive. And active meaning that an advisor might say, we can get you in and out of the market before it goes down. That's very hard to do. You might get lucky once or twice, but to do that continuously, you got to know when to sell, when to get back in. So, we do a little bit of active with one of our fund managers, but most of our money would be put into passive. That means you build a portfolio and then you aggressively rebalance. What I mean about that is as money comes into the fund, they're going to buy what goes down. So if the large companies are going down that day with that money that they got in, they're going to buy that. And if it goes down 10 days in a row, they're going to buy 10 days in a row. So it's really, you're buying low, selling high, because they're going to sell when things get too high. So that's called passive, and I tend to lean that way.
Okay. Well, how do you determine, and I'm just listening to you, I was telling you, it's kind of like a gamble when you're deciding what to do with it. And I get stressed out just thinking about, okay, am I putting it here? What am I doing with it? When is the right time? But that's why it's great to have Advantage Retirement Group, because you are there to kind of guide us through that and show us exactly what is right for us. But how do you determine, what is right with us when it comes to planning like that?
So when people come into our office, what we're going to do is we're going to ask them a series of questions, and we're going to see because we have to understand what their philosophy is. If we know what your philosophy is, then it's a much easier way to invest. And a lot of times when people come in, they say, Alfie, after they do this and they're with us for a while, they say, I don't think about should I get in or should I get out anymore, which is important because that's the emotion is the part you have to take away from investing to be a successful investor.
You talk about fiduciary too. What is that?
Well, as a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, we fall under the fiduciary rules, which is meaning that we have to look out for your best interests, which that makes sense anyway. So we can't do anything to put us first, which you would never want. And when you're a certified financial planner or registered investment advisor, we are fiduciaries for you to look at your best interests. So we have to look out for you first. We've
got a little bit less than a minute here. What do you suggest people do if they want to start saving right now? Maybe they want to go through and talk a little more in depth about their planning for retirement. Is it best to sit down with you in person and talk face to face about everything, or what do you suggest?
Yeah, we have programs. So when they come in, the first thing we do is we want to look at see what they have, and we're going to look at what they have and see if you're taking unnecessary risk. And a lot of times, Stephanie, we're able to reduce volatility by 30 to 40% for the same amount of return that they're getting. So anytime we can do that, and you want to put an income plan in place too. So we'll look at their whole holistic type of planning.
Make sure you join us every week, by the way. Alfie is going to be joining us each week on the Morning Blend at 8 a.m. for Money Mondays, just like we talked about today. So we'll have all those tips and tricks and solutions you need when it comes to retirement planning. Again, that's going to be Monday mornings for Money Monday at 8. So be sure to tune in every week. And if you have more questions for Alfie here, you can find us on our social media sites, on Facebook too. He's happy to answer any questions that you have. Be sure to check us out online at fox4morningblend.com. Hey, do you have a business or organization that you would like to see featured on the Morning Blend? We want to hear your thoughts. Find us on social media. We are all over the place. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.